Hello and welcome everyone to my channel, The Traveling Engineer. So today from today we are starting a new series which is called Fun with Electronics. So today I am going to show one beautiful project with Arduino, that is a password locking system. So let's without any further delay, let's get into the topic. So for this project we will require some equipments. So let's see what we will require for this one. So the number one is you will require a microcontroller board, that is the Arduino Uno. I am using Arduino Uno. You can also use Arduino Nano or Arduino Mega if you want. And so the second thing that we will require is a breadboard. This is a small breadboard that I am using for making the circuits. Now the third thing is something very interesting. It's called a keypad. This is a 4x4 keypad. You can get 4x4 keypad directly from the market, and but I have made it personally. So you can also make this type of 4x4 keypads at home just by inserting the if you want I can also make another video for you regarding that. The third and the most important thing that we will require is a 16x2 LCD display. This is a liquid crystal display and I have also attached female header pins along with it, so that I can attach this I2C circuit board with it. This is a circuit board which interfaces our LCD with our microcontroller board in just 4 connections. Next, for indicating purposes, we will require a small LED. Here I am using a red color LED, and along with the LED we are using a 1K register with it. And for connection we will require some jumper cables. Here we are using male to male jumper cables as per our requirement. And the last but not the least is our USB ISP cable, which we will insert in our laptops for uploading our program inside our microcontroller board, that is the Arduino. So now it's time to interface all these components one by one. So let's first take this LCD. So here you can see that I have attached one female header pin with it, which I have soldered previously. We will attach this I2C along with it in this manner, so that our 4 input pins are towards the left hand side of this LCD. So we will attach it. Now we can see there are 4 pins over here. One is the ground, VCC, SCL and SDA. So we will first interface this. We will use male to female jumper cables with it. The ground pin goes to the ground of the Arduino. VCC goes to 5 volts. SDA, that is serial data. Serial data will go to A4 of analog pins of Arduino, and serial clock to A5. That's done. This is the connection for LCD. Now we will attach this keypad with it. So in this keypad there are total 8 pins, 4 for the rows and 4 for the columns. So let's first attach this. And the rest for the rows. the the four wires from the rows will go to the digital pin of Arduino, and the four from the columns will go to analog. Now for the perfect connection, we will start from the middle one. So the first, this R1 is the middle one from here. So will attach the R1 to the number pin number 6. The pin number 6. This will vary according to your program that you have written. And lastly, for indicating purposes, we are using our LED. So we will connect the ground first. And then we are using a 1K register, which we are going to connect. So this is the entire connection, and now we are going to upload it. So now we will see the Arduino code for this. I will share the entire source code of this in the description below. You can check it out from there. So let me explain this code once. So here we are in first declaring the libraries that we are using. Here the first one is the keypad.h, then liquid crystal underscore I2C.h and EEPROM.h. If you have these libraries pre-installed, then it's okay. If not, then the way out is go to tools. Here you will find one manage option called manage libraries. From here, click on manage libraries. A pop-up box, a dialog box will appear. Give some time. So here it will show all the installed libraries, and if you want anything to get installed, you can search over here keypad.h. Yeah, your interface might be little different because the latest version is Arduino 2.0, but I am using here Arduino 1.8. And if not, if you are unable to find that library that is there used over here, another way out is go to go to your web browser and search keypad.h Arduino, and here you will find one link from the from Arduino company only, and here accept all, and then you will find one option called go to repository. I am not downloading it anymore because I have already downloaded it. I am just showing you how, if in case you do not have this files previously pre-installed, it will redirect you to GitHub, and from there you can uh, click on go to file, you can also download it from here. It will download a zip file. It will download if you have WinRAR with you. if you have WinRAR with you, you can extract it and then come to your Arduino IDE, go to files, click on files, you will find mm, sorry go to in, go to include like go to sketch, then go to include library, and then go to add zip library. From here, click on add zip library and then specify the and then search and browse for the file that you have downloaded by clicking on open, and that will get added to your Arduino IDE. I am not doing that. So now I am going to explain you what we are actually going to do in this project. So since we are here for a password locking system, now we don't have an electronic lock right now with us, and otherwise we would have shown you that also how our electronic lock performs. But to to verify whether our password system is working correctly or not, so we have defined these libraries, and then we have defined one variable as a macro that is called lock, which has been defined on pin number 13, that is a digital pin of Arduino. And then we have specify the other variables, the number of rows and number of columns. And this is the most important thing that you need to specify is the LCD. This is the initialization hex value of an LCD, that is 0x27, and 16 is for the number of columns and 2 is the number of rows. And now for the keypad that we are using, so we need to specify which key is what, which key on pressing will give me what value. So for that we need to define a we need to define a 2D matrix which has been defined like this. And then the row, now keypad is a analog to digital converter. It's like it's not an analog to digital converter. It's working because it gives analog input which gets transferred to a digital input. So it works in both analog and digital, with both analog and digital signals simultaneously. The row spin, now before going before uh, before going to uh, execute this project, you need to learn how a keypad performs. So let me go to paint and show you how this thing works. So there are 4 rows and four rows and 4 columns. These are the rows, and the first one were the columns. The rows are shorted and the columns are shorted, and we have the push buttons like this attached with them in a diagonal fashion. So the columns, these are the columns. These columns are attached to the analog pins, and the rows are attached to digital pins. Okay, and now the thing is that we are defining the setup function where we are initializing the LCD, and we are also initializing our password value. Now we are calling a few functions. One is for entering the data, the second one is a setting the password if the user wants to do it, and the third is and the second one is a menu function which will give the user the choice what to do and what not to do. So here are the functions which which are clearly defining all this. I am sharing the link. Now the most important part of this is when we write other programs like that of just a blinking of an LED, or all this gets stored in the flash memory, that is the RAM.
No, but since we are storing a permanent data inside the microcontroller, so here we will have to use EEPROM. So the EEPROM dot read is a function which has been defined inside this EEPROM dot h library, and this EEPROM dot read function reads your data in the form of characters, in the form of integers, and which we are typecasting it to characters so that it can be printed in the form of a string. So EEPROM is the source where we is a place where we will write our password, and we will retrieve that password from there in when the user gives enters the password in case of opening the lock. Now here are the other functions. So now let's get back. Now let's upload this code, and here is the menu function where it's asking for the keypad.get key. That is, they are asking the user to enter any value. So according to the value, the work is being carried out. And now here we have the set password where we are first asking the user to enter any key. Once the key is entered, it gets stored in a character array which has been defined earlier. This character array, this character array gets gets typecasted to an integer array so that it can be written into the EEPROM. Remember one thing, EEPROM always accepts integer values and not characters. And once we write one character into the EEPROM, we shift the index by one. So that's the reason why strlen plus is written. Now it's time to upload this code. Let's see, we are compiling this. Let's wait for it getting compiled. So here it's done compiling. So we are getting no errors. That means our program is correct. So now it's time to upload it.
So we have uploaded our code, and now we can see that our password which we have entered is a1b2 hash. On uploading, we can see that the LCD is displaying main menu. So let's check it out. So we are clicking, it's saying enter password. So we are going to enter our password a1b2 hash and click enter. Access granted, and it's the LED is glowing. So now there are two messages that displayed. So we are pressing one, is showing a message called hello world, and it's returning to main menu. Now if we deliberately enter a let's deliberately enter one wrong password. Let's say it's 1 2 and 3. Let's see what happens. It's saying access denied, means you have entered a wrong password. Now let's enter the correct password, and let's change the password. A1b2 hash, that's enter. It's glowing, and then press 0. We are pressing 0. So they are calling for set password. So we are setting a new password. Say 1 2 3 star, and then we are clicking enter. So our now if we enter our previous password, now it's telling access denied, means our password has changed successfully. It's not showing the previous password. Let's enter our new password 1 2 3 star. Access granted. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please press the like button and share it with your friends. Some might find it useful, and for more such interesting videos, please subscribe please press the subscribe button and please press the bell icon for getting latest updates. It's free for you, but it motivates us for making such videos and present before you. So let's stay tuned for the next one, and till then, bye bye.